So on to part two of the, I guess, reflection of my singing throughout my life. Well, as I'm like getting back into music again, because now like all of my CD players are fucking dead. I only have the karaoke machine. I think I struggled to keep headphones because they were crappy back then and they always broke. And so, and I kept my karaoke machine that I got for Christmas back in early elementary school up until high school. Because eventually the CD player and that stopped working. I took care of my devices. I even still had at one point a pretty like my Nintendo DS still in pretty damn good condition. If I didn't have to move and leave everything behind, I would probably still have it. And so, anyways, that's off topic. Honestly, I don't know if this is even on topic throughout these two videos. But yeah, I started getting back into music when we got those like little iPod Nanos and trying to figure out how to put music on it. Yeah, I worked my ass to figure out how to put music on stuff. And every now and then I would get like one of my big things for Christmas was always to get like a gift card for like iTunes because I wanted music. That's really all I really cared about. Music and books, or at least after a certain point. And so the criticism was just like, oh my gosh, you sound, why are you singing so loud? Why do you sound like that? I don't like the music that you're listening to. And then eventually it just turned into like, you sound like you're out of breath. And each time that somebody like criticized me, like, because sometimes I wouldn't really know the lyrics and I do what everybody else does and kind of like mumble the lyrics along, even though I don't exactly know. But it's just so that I can get the gist of what it feels like to say it and then figure out the lyrics later. And so each time, like I worked harder. If it was me fumbling the lyrics, then I would sit there and keep practicing that same point over and over and over and over again. I used to sing a lot of like anime opening themes. I even had one for an alarm that still gives me like a little bit of a panic attack, which is sad. It was one of the ones from Bleach. But I would like if it was the lyrics, fine. I would work on figuring out how to sing lyrics properly. I listen to the song over and over again and make sure I could get it perfect all the way through. Fine. It's like me singing terribly, so I tried to sing as close to the, you know, singer as possible, like try to match their notes as perfectly as I could. And then it was me being out of breath. So then I would like listen even more closely to the song to figure out where they were breathing. And I would imitate exactly where they would breathe within the song so then I could learn to breathe like that. And then like at one point the issue was, I'm just like I sound terrible. And I was like, okay, well if I sound terrible and this person sounds good, then I will just sing exactly like them and not use my own voice, and then I won't sing terrible because I'll be singing exactly like them. And so that's what I would do. I would sing exactly like the singer, like morphed myself into being able to sing exactly like the singer. And like match everything up as best as I could. And even once, like sometimes in the songs, the singer will go off key. And it's more to convey emotion than it is to like sing perfectly in some of the songs. And so if I, matched them exactly and went off key, then I would get criticism for that too. And it's just like that's how she sings the song, Like I am doing it exactly like they're doing it. And there was another thing that I thought of as soon as I said that. What was it? Oh, and like I listened to a lot of like boy bands too. Um, and so sometimes they would sing too low for me to actually match them properly. So I would like raise the notes so that would be more doable for my voice. But if I did that, then people would be like, "Oh, well, that's not how you sing the song." And it's just like, "Well, I can't sing that low. So you just expect me to like sing an impossible note? Like I can't sing that low." So then I would just only sing those songs, the ones that I couldn't match exactly, to like by myself because I couldn't comfortably sing at their tone because it was far too low for me. And I got so much fucking criticism. I literally morphed for years into somebody who didn't even like sing with their own fucking voice. And even to this day, it's hard to like. I'm not even sure I know what my voice actually sounds like when I sing. I feel like I'm always trying to imitate somebody else because it's just such a habit that I developed from the time that I was like in middle school all the way up. And I didn't even. I always thought that I sang terribly. I always thought that I sang terribly my whole fucking life. The only thing that changed that was one karaoke session where like it was when I was a senior in high school and they had karaoke and I sang background for one of my friends and then next it was my turn to like sing and I chose to sing Lithium by Evanescence and like they were like it doesn't even sound like you're singing. And I was just like, are they like, because sometimes they play the lyrics in the background, and sometimes if your voice isn't loud enough, then the lyrics will be louder than you actually singing, so people can't actually hear you in some of the karaoke stuff. So, yeah, sometimes with the karaoke, they wouldn't be able to hear you over it if your voice was too quiet. So I started singing louder, and they're like, "Oh my god, I still can't hear you." I'm like, "I'm practically yelling into the mic right now," and so, and like I was trying not to like break any part of the song, and then like constantly being told that they can't hear me. One of like constantly being told that one of my friends couldn't hear me. I couldn't concentrate on the next part of the song because I was getting to the end and and I was just like, okay, fuck it. If you can't hear me, you can't hear me. I give up. Like that was it. That was the end for me. I was on the verge of fucking tears, and so like I didn't get enough time to calculate exactly how I was gonna hit that high note in Lithium, um, and so I botched it. I did, but that was the eye opener where it was just like, oh, she actually was singing and it was the thing where it's just like okay so they're not playing because I can't hear what they can hear because where I'm at like it's just not coming through the way and I'm too busy concentrating on what I'm singing to worry about how it sounds right now because I'm just trying to work on the fucking technique or lack thereof. But yeah, I botched the note and then they were like oh my god she actually was singing that whole time. And I think like that's when they were like, "Oh wow, okay." Like we couldn't tell the difference between you singing and it being the actual CD playing. And I was just like, "Okay, cool. So I'm not fucking garbage at this shit." And it kind of like changed everything that I had been told over the years. And so maybe I'll just do another part 3 because then I'm gonna get into the reason why I stopped singing entirely.